Hello, people. My name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew ho. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Capstone E Global Consult Limited. Jumekuo bi a omo fa registered nurses, drivers a omo GCC license, NFA securities. Omo ko amaya hodro bi so te se Dubai, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, NFA USA. Na me ne wo kasa sisi akra. Omo per registered nurses. Omo ko USA. Akoya juma ko jisika pudro. Anne. Na enye we po. Capstone E Global Consult Limited. Esanso boama. Sa wo peka atofri amanone. Omo be ye ho hyehyeye nyina ma. Na wo nsatimi aka. Ka biara edawa kuma so wa bra wo mre ho enti omo si bra omo so ye sesi a wo behu omo Otema community 9 omo ni Ashama Timber Market ene din hwe animu anasa fra omo wo 0599183083 anasa 0302 986573 amanone fo so fra omo +82102181128 Capstone E Global Consult Limited. Your success is our business.
Our focus is going to be on Ninoy because I want to a special guest as much as this first segment is concerned. As a member of Table of Men, which is a gospel advocacy group here in Ghana. In fact, last awards I hear Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, all the hype around it, it was between a gospel artist and a secular artist. Yet there was a year Nasi and I think VIP or VVIP. It was also hectic like that. We've seen Diana and Hamilton and was it Kiddy? Yeah. And also now a high and this time around I think the competition was intense. Their contribution here dang my agenda is dang a dang Tom no ejina hofo ye monkomo ni akwaba bi special one. Yeah. Is there anything like Table of Men, like today, you're being commanded from scratch? Is there anything officially like Table of Men?
Yeah, there's an official group like Table of Men. It started some years back. Like 5-6 years.
Myself, I see.
Yeah, myself and my friends. First of all, we started like as Gamma, Gospel Artists Managers Association.
Sir.
Yes, when myself and some of my friends we started managing artists.
Start as Gamma.
Yeah, Ghana Association of Gospel Artists.
At that time, who were you managing?
At that time, I was managing Advocacy.
Okay, Advocacy report. Okay.
Frankie was in Nasi's camp. QCNS, he's always been a manager. Kwame also Janko was doing Oba Pakistan. Yes. So we were on it. At that time, we had not brought QCNS on board, and we were doing it.
So you were just about 4?
Yeah, we were just about 4. So yeah, we had some few meetings.
Gamma, Gospel Artist Managers Association.
Yes. So as it was going, then I think we metamorphosed. Like we saw the name Gamma had been used by a lot of people. I mean, Greater Accra Music Awards. So innovatively, Frankie brought Table of Men. And we came on board. So when we came on board, we wanted to run an agenda that is an all-inclusive agenda. So we had to bring QCNS on board. We had to bring Slow, the CEO of Footprint.
Yeah.
We had to bring Nick Solomon, some other guys who are very influential in the gospel space. We had to bring them on board so that we could run the agenda that we seek to run.
Okay.
And the agenda was simple. The agenda was that, when we were doing this, most of the highlights was most highlights were done on gospel music or the gospel artists, and we thought that when we come together, because we had before that we had trumpet that gospel artists unity will help us, but we were not seeing it, and there was a lot of reasons why we didn't get that unity. So we said, okay, if we the managers can come together and channel a course, maybe we can seek to achieve what we want to achieve.
Okay.
So that's how we came together, and we started, some alliance. I don't know whether I remember the first time. A gospel legend was given a life achievement award at the BGMA.
Okay.
I think Mary Ganser, I think it was the year before Diana Hamilton won the award. If you remember, we started on a hashtag on Facebook. We went on Frankie's show. They came on my show. We went on Footprint TV. We had to go along, and it picked fire. So
okay.
After that, then I think the next year, that was a Diners year. That's when we really trumpet, make it very loud. Then after that, we've been doing personal brand building with some artists. It's not been on the larger scale, I must admit, but we've been doing personal brand building with artists, developing artists, especially younger artists, to come to the limelight and all of that, till the PACS star agenda came.
So your focus is highly gospel.
No, gospel. The idea was to project gospel musicians and the gospel activities more. And you agree with me that most of the times, if you don't project them more, we don't talk about them. We give them little space on major entertainment shows like this.
Yeah.
So we decided to come together and make it more louder. And we saw that after some time, we saw that we're achieving what we wanted to achieve. So we went on. So the PAC agenda started. It started all smoothly. I mean, we were convinced in our hearts that it will go somewhere. Win or lose, we wanted to make a statement, which we made. And after that, we are starting workshop programs for some gospel artists, especially the old gospel artists. One of the things we want to do is, if we go YouTube,
you are starting.
Started.
Okay.
In fact, we have the structure, but we've not started. We've contacted some of them, their managers. So we want to have that workshop and understanding among them. Because Osha, if you go to YouTube now, we type in Cindy Thompson, we type in Jane Bennett, and no more YouTube accounts. Someone is taking
the
advantage,
money,
and they don't understand some of these things. So we are starting a campaign to educate them on how to reclaim these funds from YouTube by getting their copyright rights and all of that. So we are powering the whole sector, one step at a time. It's difficult to cover everybody, but at a very point in time, we try to highlight on people, discover people, and the elderly people. We don't want to leave them aside. We want to also bring them on board. So that's what we seek to achieve.
I see. I think I remember an interview. I'm not too sure whether it was here or other platforms where Empress Gifty said, "Table of men didn't run at the mom."
So this is what happened. We went on Frankie's show, and on that show he said this is the Table of Men edition. We had some discussions behind.
Who said that? Empress? Frankie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he said this is the Table of Men edition. We had discussion, behind that we're going to do something like that.
Okay.
So he went on Facebook and everywhere that this is the Table of Men edition. It's on the show, our hits. Yeah. On the show, this is a table of men. To person 5 or 6 times. This is the table of men. So I think a week after or 2 weeks after, Empress did the interview at Halifax show, and she said, "I don't know mine, but apparently I don't know mine."
And your impression, Mama said, I see. Well, you're moving on. Who can work with table of men? Because to say more favorites, even in the gospel industry now, must say you are empowering the whole gospel space now. I hear you guys have your favorites, you have your picks. Who works or who can work with table of men?
They said we had our favorites when we empowered Dinah, and now they saw that we were empowering PACS star, and now they're confused. So the thing is that we don't have favorites, but you see, like I said, you are doing it one step at a time. We have over 100 gospel artists. You can't go and take everybody somewhere and promote. So most of the times,
why can't you take everybody somewhere and promote?
Oh, we don't have a lot of resources to do that. And they have management teams. You don't seek to put aside the management teams. And like I said, the idea was to bring managers together. So this time we are looking at even bringing more people on. The idea was to bring gospel managers together so that we can move towards one course. That was the idea. So most of the times, this is what we do. We try to highlight on people we believe are growing brands. And most of the times, we don't seek or they don't seek our help. We naturally go in. Since it's a gospel agenda.
So,
like the PSA
so
agenda,
you select on people you think they have.
We don't select. So for instance, the PSA agenda, I don't ever remember PSA start calling me.
Because do you know why I want us to get our points clear? If I say, you fa PSA Esther, near fa Mebelotria.
Okay.
PSA might not need you if you really want to push gospel agenda, because PSA has arrived.
But the time that we were pushing the agenda, the need, it was very needed. Now you might say she might not need it. But the time we were pushing the agenda, I'm not sure anybody here will say she didn't need it. She needed it. You understand? And maybe to where the higher crown was, I'm not sure. I'm sure when she came, I don't know whether you asked her that question, but I'm sure she will not sit somewhere and say that we will not push to where the song is. You understand? So the thing is that, like I'm saying, we can't push everybody at a point in time, but we try to discover people and what they are doing good within their accounts, and we push them. We try our best to push everybody. But like I'm saying, it's a natural law. We might have left some people behind, but it doesn't mean that Pushy will be Ajobi. And we don't, because when we started, people said we were for contemporary artists. They said we were pushing Joe Metal, Advocacy. You know, and it was natural because I was managing Advocacy, someone was managing Joe. But when we came to PAC, then everybody was like, and even Narcisse Asida. And so when we came to those lines, then everybody, you see the conversation about Narcisse Asida. I mean, it was on the table before it went to wherever it went. You know, so when you look at it, it might seem to you that you are pushing someone, but for us, we think that we are on course. Maybe someone will see that you are not pushing it enough, but it's not deliberate.
Do you guys have issues with someone like Empress Gifty?
No.
Because oftentimes we are made to believe there is some politics hovering around you people and Empress Gifty.
Oh, I don't think there's politics around this. Sometimes, I mean, Empress has had issues with this. She's said on platforms.
She's had issues with you.
Oh, I mean the table.
Yes, I get it.
Yeah,
like over what?
Oh, issues. I mean, situations best known to her, and
Oh.
she said a lot of things about the table.
Situation best known to her.
Yeah.
So it means you guys don't even know why she's having issues.
Oh,
Is that what you mean?
Because
you are saying, you admit that Onimo Nyansem Kakra, but now you are saying
So,
situation best known to her.
Yeah, because for us at the table, I don't think we have an issue with her. You understand? But overly, most of the time, she had come to, come hard on us. And even when she released a new one, we helped her push it. I mean, I've posted her artwork several times. I mean, even I have a trash show on Sunday FM. I put her in, and people call me and say, hey, we are here. But I tell her that no, it's a fair basis we use for our chats and all of that. So, for me and the other members of the table, I don't think we have an issue with her. If she has an issue with us, that's fine. She can come and we discuss it. But Empress is part of our gospel agenda we are powering, so we don't have any.
I see. Now, to get the assistance or to get the attention of Table of Men, is it commercial or it's free?
No, it's not commercial. It's not commercial. like I'll say again, you can call everybody we have empowered or we've raised to a certain level.
Wait. Take your time. Like,
I don't know where you're coming from. How you fight for them?
No, I know, but what I mean is, for 3 music, you cannot come and pay 3 music awards. But in this world, nobody pushes an interest for nothing.
Yes.
In this world, nobody does for nothing. Tiemfani said, Emribina Diana Hamilton, she was on your agenda. She was on your plate. Are you going to tell us everything you did for her was for nothing?
No, we didn't take anything. I'm call all my guys. We didn't take anything from Diana. We've not taken anything from PSA. I think after PSA did Thanksgiving ceremony for all media people, which I couldn't go, but some of my friends went. But to say that PSA might get this amount of money for us, we didn't do that.
But people come to appreciate.
No.
Hey, me. So nobody has come to say, "Oh, Table of Men, for everything you did for me, there's an envelope."
No, I don't
thank
remember
you.
anybody coming to say that.
So you are just doing it. Okay, so what is your interest? About the Pushama, all the guys.
Like I told you, it's like an advocacy group. It's like a peer pressure group.
Yeah.
To push the gospel within the showbiz space, so that everybody will hear gospel music. So that gospel music will be on the big tables for discussion. You understand? And either to you agree with me that we didn't discuss gospel music like we were discussing. Most of the times when we raise issues of gospel music, we are giant area. We knew we you know, so there were some aspects of the gospel music we are not pushing. So that's what we wanted to do, and hopefully we are achieving it. That's our main.
Okay, so you mentioned as part of your support for the industry, you mentioned and you mentioned Narcis Asida. If I ask, what exactly has the Table of Men board done for Asida? And then what exactly have you guys done?
Okay, so Asida is a song that is naturally grown on people. Naturally, it's just like what I mean. A song that's naturally grown on people. But in recent times, there have been some conversations on Facebook. I don't know whether you followed.
Our people who have been saying, say, Asida Nasi can win the artist of the year. Yes,
there'll be conversations on Facebook and other conversations. You know, they are all part of, if you know promo strategies, they are all part of promo strategies. And
so what does mean? You are paying, sorry. You are telling people, paying is a strong word. You are telling people. No, you are telling people to be posting that Nasi.
No, we are not telling people to post that.
Because you are saying.
If you look at where it started from, then you understand where it came from. You understand? Some of these things, like, you know, creating of conversations is part of promo. So there are a lot of ways that someone will make tactics in that.
No, can't say. Today we want to know whether the advocacy group set by Table of Men is positive or negative. Because anytime there is an advocacy group, remember, like I said earlier, nobody pushes an interest for nothing.
That's true.
Obi pushing interest he has something. And maybe a chomuna saying penifobio cool. It's not as if they wanted you and I to have freedom.
Yeah,
they also had their own interest they were pushing. But near the Omachi, Junior Jesus, but they also had their
but like I'm saying, I mean, it's come on the table several times on commercialization or charging or all of that, but we've not come to a consensus as a table to charge people, because we felt that the agendas we run naturally, and we wanted this to run naturally. If you like I said, everybody on the table is an artist manager, has his main primary job, source of funds and all of that. So for now, and I'm sure it's going to be for a long time.
Okay.
I don't think that we're going to commercialize it. So maybe I'll leave it at that.
I see. Now I also asked, what exactly have you guys done for us? And now I can say, must start the conversations. Now,
I'll plead that maybe you skip that question because it's still work in progress. So that Eric talks about we are doing this.
No, Eric talks no. Black Chef Nyanya hate yet. Black Chef Nyanya hate our best starting. Black Chef hating Jama idea. Okay, so who are the members of Tom now? Who are the members?
So Christian is the CEO of Media Excel. Obinati, aspiring MP for.
I know, right? Honorable member.
I don't know if I should call him former radio presenter. Come back to video. Kwesi Kumsin, he's also a artist manager for Kofi Kakari now. Albert Champions Slow, CEO of Citizen TV. Nick Solomon is a management expert. Kwame Usudankwa is a manager for Obapa Christie.
Okay.
And Kofi Donko. Donko is manager for Celestine Donko. These are the names, but we are working on adding more names.
Okay. Is Mike Yamo a part of Table of Men?
Mike Yamo was sort of the initial people who started, but he asked that because of the schedules and other things, he opted out. But we seek a lot of advice from Mike Yamo. He's a senior.
Yeah, I know. So how many are you in the?
We are now 6 or so.
6.
But we are seeking to add more.
The Table of Men in now we are 6. The big 6, yeah. So what does it mean if you are not a gospel advocate? You can't be a part of Table of Men. If Sammy Flex can't be a part of Table of Men.
Sammy Flex is a gospel advocate, so Sammy Flex can be.
But I also push Shatawale.
But you're a gospel advocate.
Yeah, so can I be part of it?
So you're a gospel advocate, so you can be part of it. But then that day we see gospel first.
Because I know when the secular also comes in.
Until just told me she wants to be part. So
she wants to be part.
But the name alone rules me out. Table of men.
It means to be a woman in a manly form.
A human beings.
Yeah.
So men there stands for human beings. So.
And then there's many women.
Yeah, there's man and woman.
Okay, so let me also give you this bragging room.
Okay.
Is there a song you guys have taken from nowhere, Matimi Ablono? Is there one that you guys can brag with?
Okay, I'll not say we can. It will be too early to say that there's a song that we can brag with, but we can say that there are names we can brag with.
Names like
Effie Grace, names like flexxnewspaper, names like CC Bedu, names like
CC Bedu.
Yeah, you don't know CC Bedu.
I've not heard it.
I remember other two. No, we're okay. But
no, those ones I know. Yeah, I know Effie Grace. I know Kofi Pipra.
You know Effie Grace enabling at the two music awards.
Yes.
It was through some of these activities. Maybe if I remember more,
you can mention. And is it also true that you guys are spread on awards board pushing agenda of these people, even if they don't deserve it, because you have a task to push them? So even if they don't deserve it, Namu pushy agendas. Is that also something we can discuss?
No, I think that if you look at the word,
is any of you guys on the table of men on the VGMA board? No. Frankie 5?
No. Yeah. Okay. At a point in time, I think every year they have a gospel committee.
Okay.
So they call some this.
Oh, so there is a gospel committee for VGMA, which you guys are on.
Every year I think they change it. So last year I think they called me. They called Frankie.
I see. Table of men, papa. Tosca, I'm sure we also have to form our own table where we also be called into the VGMA's committee. Then we can push our agendas here.
No, but the agenda, or it's not agenda. We push facts. There are people also. There are very other people who are not part of the table, like Ajimai. He was part of the gospel committee this year, and some other presenters who are not part of the table that were on. And you have to make very cogent cases.
Before someone can go through. I see. Apart from all the good things you guys are doing, are there some difficulties around what you guys are doing?
A lot of difficulties,
like what?
What he said. Some artists are saying you are pushing one, doing the other. Some artists backbite.
Some artists think you guys are being divisive instead.
Yeah, but we are focused on the good. That's the more important thing.
Why that thing, does it hamper you guys your process?
It hampers every process when you are trying to achieve something for the thing you believe in and the people you believe in. And some of them at a point in time stop and hit you hard. You know, especially after the BGM, you saw some of the comments by some of the artists. If they hit you hard, you stop and think, should you go ahead? Should you just stop this whole thing? I mean, so it hits hard. I mean, we all have blood flowing through it, so we all have emotions.
Okay.
But like I said, we try to encourage ourselves in the Lord.
I see. Well, beautiful conversation so far. At least we are getting to understand their modus operandi. I'm talking about Table of Men. So who is the lead? Who is the president of Table of Men?
Currently it's
Questionists.
I think in a few days also we'll be looking at leadership again, but currently it's Questionists.
Why? He's not functioning?
No, we devoted and it was a period of time. And I think the time is coming up.
So now what are you guys going to do? A voting?
Yeah, the first time we voted.
I see.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Now let me go on to the rest of my panel members, Tilly, Kriya, Nipa, and Roland Amate, to also ask their questions. Table of Men, getting to understand how they operate. But maybe if you are watching and you also have any question for Nino, who is representing the Table of Men this evening here on Class Showbiz, Ubetimi so send ya bana maridi na wa answer ansana wa sorry Afriha. Tilly, start here na yanko.
I think for starters, maybe Mamaso.
Okay.
Because on my idea, like when I see the way the VGMA went and PSA Esther Wayemi, yes, she had some good mileage and numbers, but they were able to set a certain agenda that at a point, many say Black Sheriff has all the arsenals to win. No, now me cry my shaky, which means that whichever agenda they were pushing, like it was working. Like it was that bad, and I think they have proven to us. They have proven to us that say if not almost set the agenda, something changes. Okay. Which is where I think it has exposed the loopholes in our various agencies and associations in the creative arts. Okay. Because clearly, Omar Krumu said we will do this now. It worked. Like the impact was so severe. I was like, how?
Like you could feel it.
I was like, where did PSC Esther come from? Why am I Table of Men have been able to make it look so in the industry as against multiple makers like Black Sheriff. How did this happen? But it means that agenda is good. And that is something that has been lacking in our industry. Intentional agenda. Intentional agenda.
We have to be intentional.
Which is why I don't know why he kept changing this. Oh, we bring agenda, and it's good. We appreciate it. You show that the way. You get it. I appreciate what they did. It's beautiful, and yes, I agree. There's a lot of conversation around the gospel artists that was here. And it looks like somebody has to make it a personal, I'll go to push that. And I like how they do. And most of them, they sit on big platforms to speak. So as an agenda, not a pity by intentional, maybe a year come. But I think, in that same time, to one thing I mean, he just said that they look at or be maybe something be a one or one or they push. Now, maybe question is at the time where PSA Esther was nominated for the VGMA Artist of the Year, Joe Metal too was nominated. But more attention in go PSA Esther. So
good question.
How did you decide?
How do you guys decide?
Because I was thinking that 2 is better than 1. And besides, if it is gospel versus secular, you had 2 people, meaning you had 2 legs to push. First of all, what were you? Then I'm okay. Joe Metal too, or back it down completely. And how?
But you answered the question.
Joe Metal money relax across from the race.
So it means Mokasa by then I'm
no, because I'm also at VGMA Artist of the Year. That's also we're in trend position.
But like I said, strategies are strategies. So
no.
This answer I will take.
No. Until let's use his own words. Yes. Say you are for all.
Yeah, we are for all. Yeah.
And if you are for all, na say enipa mienu e wo katik na moyi ba ko a, you have not shown to be for all.
You see, when you even go to the artist are talking about IG page, he didn't even post one on of the post me flyers or have been.
Is that he didn't post?
When you go to his IG, you see that he didn't post any of the IG flyers. So it's not like Yeyibaku's Ejabaku's in chain. There were a lot of backdoor discussions that went on, and if you realize, it was even getting to the final minutes of awards that we came in. Like Diners, when you saw, we came in, like, if you remember, like a month or so before the scheme. So there were a lot of backward things that went on, and the industry. How do I say
it? We are waiting because I also want to hear.
No, but it showed. I mean, it showed.
It showed that you picked one.
No,
because that's what we saw.
It showed that that's not what you saw. You saw what you want to see.
No.
You saw what you want to see.
No, you guys projected PSC over Joe Metal.
We didn't. Okay, in that sense, you are right. But like I'm saying, discussions went beyond us. That's what I can say.
To make him back down, or to say, let's push this leg.
No, the discussions went on.
Then it was negative for someone.
For somebody.
Because yes,
no.
So to PSA to be positive for but to Joe Metal it will be negative. What? So are you saying?
After VGMA,
I saying Joe Metal didn't want to win.
Hold on. After
no,
VGMA,
maybe Sammy.
Hold on. After VGMA, you don't put PSC on this event in Kumasi.
No. That's fine. What I mean is that can you say Joe Metal didn't want to win VGMA? Is that what you guys want to say?
Maybe we can speak to his team.
No.
Table of Men. You should be able to tell us.
No, we are speaking to you. You guys picked one. and promoted her over the other. And then when I had moving so okay, then you guys are favorites.
It's not the okay. The industry seeks to promote every gospel agenda. I mean, we were promoted. What you promoted Perez in this category?
No. This time we are
talking about
people,
the two big categories that you were pushing heavily.
Because now the same thing is going to happen.
Oh yeah.
In the next awards.
Okay, so it's going
But
to
now
be
Nasi is there, and Presbyterian has a song.
Okay.
The year has not ended.
Yeah, it has not
Anybody
ended.
at all can release a song.
Yes.
It depends in a category. In a category, more gospel for 3 or what?
Yes.
Who are picking one?
That discussions will go on again.
Hey, so somebody will win at the expense of another person.
No,
okay.
No,
I saw everything positive.
Somebody.
I saw everything positive until this your question, which has exposed them.
Okay. Let's go on. I think my last question I will have to ask is that where do you draw the line? Because I know, say, you are pushing gospel, and they, as artists or creatives, they have limitations. Certain things they won't do because of so many Christianity. The ministry, you know. You, as an advocacy group, pushing them. Where do you draw the line? Do you have your actions? Are they guided by the Christian Imran or Muslim Busuno? And now more taking the position of more showbiz. We will do whatever we have to do as people who also know the showbiz to make whatever you want to do. Where do you draw the line? Because time ni moya to some for be your cause be and it almost seemed like gospel for na muye say and a secular for there. So my thing is, where do you draw the line? Do you play by the gospel rules when it comes to your advocacy, or do you play by the showbiz rules where bibia buga buga?
Okay, so
that's a good question.
Ministry, we there's a ministry part of every gospel industry, and we seek to project the ministry more. If we do all of that and we don't project Christ, then there's no need for us to do that. So the main line is to project Christ. And the part that you are saying that we call people, we love it people.
Oh yeah, I mean people said it. So
no, it's true.
Yeah, a lot of them posted online.
People allege that we call.
No. In fact, I was
he had a call.
No, I was called.
So like I'm saying, lobbying a cause. It's not wrong.
Okay. Yeah, so I was lobbying.
So
I was lobbying.
At every point in time in life, Sammy, so we say click. We just appeal to you. The person who called you, hold on, I don't know. But the person who called you, maybe it's just seek to highlight
table of
PhDs.
No, go ahead.
The person who called you was just seeking to highlight PSA's achievement over the years. To you.
Over geometric.
Over geometric. No, over geometric.
And me, the people that, industry people that I'm very free with, I had the conversations with them, So it's just, I'm not saying, I say, okay, so now you're more revision. I mean, Charlie, what is matter? Matter is this. But I'm not forcing you that if you say what is matter, control matter. I mean, it's you. So we just seek to highlight what people have done over the years to people.
Okay.
But you are experts, so like you saw, I mean, most of them didn't give it to us. They went there and they did what they felt was right. So that's it.
I see. Interesting revelations and conversation with Table of Men exec member. His name is Nino, and we are still talking about the operations, the good and the bad for the industry. And I think the main highlights where we are telling Zuka say they are, that's the positive one. They are intentional at doing some things.
Yeah.
Just as they can also pick one person and make the person look huge and scary. I'm sure the whole industry, the whole Ghanaian industry, if every year we can also say, this time when we are picking this artist, presenting him to the world with that intention behind it. Until the whole year, a positive name.
Or picking one project, like this year,
yes.
Catch your corporate institutions that if you give
us exactly.
I think we should start another agenda.
A holiday, name mum set any family in Mutimi Bacono, a hawk, and I dream. Wow!
Can't take far. We can't take far.
Tosca, it was commercial.
It was commercial.
It was commercial induced. Elmuji. Omoji. Ti omo de ndie commercial induced. But momo de mo person chese monye. Thank you mpo.
Ministry.
After that, I'm going to say, Madam Masimpa, I'm going to say, if I thank you, Kono.
Ministry induced.
Oh, come to.
My pastor is watching. They don't fire so anymore.
I know, right?
You know, there is a human institution, and definitely, it's a choir ye can. A count Diane, because of contractor in the Medjumaya. And count Diane, because of the Medjumaya. They will count Diane there. While they are the contractor and Mungum. And that is what, like, I feel say it is happening. You see, when a group of are now say a section at a point, they are pushed to the wall. Now, whatever crack they take it.
Okay.
And they will create some positive out of it. This then reminds me of fan-based groups. It is almost the same thing. At a point where musicians did not know what to do, how to sell or market their music, most of them opted to create fan base for themselves.
Okay.
So at least, or any beyond when you so releasing your head, say, obedient crying or some core group of people. And when you ask them, they created positives out of those things. But when you generalize the conversation and you want to open it up, say, is it good or bad? You will hear the negative now. You understand? So, on the issue of table of men, there are operations in it. That's how and the money when they say they were more operating. Honey Paba Kumi Nubimpa and Kenya. It's me hancrophobe bray at a time. That is what makes it scary at a point. Because I am one of the people who also think, say, oh yes, one top. Where the one top means, say any other person becomes secondary. And as we know, say yes, as much as gospel music, it is Christ, it is ministry. They are also part of a bigger fraternity. To them, they don't run their stuff, they don't compete, or they don't enter into the competition with what you believe. They come with a different vibe. And unfortunately, this group of people are competing with them. So I am making this example. There's a gospel artist and there's a secular artist. They are all vying for one particular award. I say award with so it is going to help their career a lot, even in getting sponsorship. Now, unfortunately, because of table of men operations in T, you can't check this gospel artist say, oh, why don't you back down a bit for assume a seat to go? No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying you said it.
No, but every other thing they say, that is what it means.
Of course.
No.
Because when you say there were conversations.
When you say there were conversations.
Hold on, aside conversations, aside the conversations, the year under review. Put that to me.
The year under review.
Yeah, put that to me.
But are you to decide who went?
And I ask myself,
in the
who
year under review? When they have all been nominated.
No, but listen.
In the year under review.
All their efforts are
I beg you. But the other what are they for? In the year under review, they have all been nominated. But how they all say backward there because the moment you are nominated together, it means every other person in that category is a possible winner.
Yes,
it's true.
So cutting the year under
but
review.
we are pushing an agenda. And we needed all us now on an agenda.
So one should sit down.
No, so if you needed all us now on an agenda, and you don't want to scatter the home, you need to have discussion back door. Then after that, you all move ahead to push the one that you all have agreed has the huge numbers or the favorable numbers to make a show or to make a you understand?
Yeah,
exactly.
In true, everyone said we are in July. Everyone said free next December. Now Joe method, you got boom.
Exactly.
Now I hate it.
Exactly.
Now I drew awards VGMA. Na time ane from the last couple of months. Aye nasi ni geometry dey account. Na say nemu betan ka say geometry san trans bi ma. I bet say MPP phone come obi omudi ni say oh last time na ka say Alan dey come. Alan Emma Kufuado. Internet Alan no say come. Abi Alan person come mo si ba omi abra.
But Sammy, I don't want us to limit the table of men agenda to awards.
Oh,
You understand?
No, you see,
I want us to limit it to capacity within our gospel space.
Yes.
I want us to limit it in the fact say when the gospel artists come and sit here, now be standing say, what is your business plan? What's your, you say, oh, your ministry? No, that is what we want to see, we want to achieve.
no, but
So I don't want
at
to
the end of
limit
the
it to
day,
awards.
after achieving all the things you guys want them to achieve, we will get to the awards.
It's true.
But you see,
And
you
a
see,
hope
all
becomes
our
an
discussions are
ultimate. A hope becomes an ultimate for them. Because Bakoya and Yemani Nana went to me and an award to show, say, in the year under review, my works were recognized that. Do you think the person will be happy?
I'm with you, but I'm saying, say, the table of men agenda is not all about awards.
Okay.
Capacity building is part.
Okay,
Because
it's
facing
your last
some
time.
challenges in
Roll question after our questions then.
Now me kase, you see, or kase it is not limited to even awards. When it comes to even capacity building, it is still going to paint the picture. Say somebody would have to withdraw for another person to be elevated. And I tend to ask myself, say, who decides? Because many will be pray, and we know, say, in this music industry, your like Uber up, no, and you're always guaranteed, so you can be up this year. I bet me I catch you so. Oh yeah, because of Tilling, why don't you back down small for Tilly to go? Or the conversations will look like you bow down for Tilly to go. Now next year, when you upliftment ni bioma, then what becomes of effort now we put it up this year now? Ebimpoa, say can we push it to the latter and cannot the BB be free muaba. You understand? That is what makes me under another mommy feeling say and no this perception and ama ebinumu ebia only omo di san komo we no man tiase and they begin to quote and unquote rebel. Then they become anti-allies of table of men. You understand? Because there are some people who will say, I know so many gospel musicians in this country. They will never agree. They will never agree. Say it is a group of people, or yes, even though the agenda is to push gospel music, it will still be limited to one. They will feel say personal interest room, because there's also another conflict of interest somewhere.
Okay.
I am asking myself, so, okay, would there be a timer? Because since all these people are managers of gospel artists, and we know we have tons of them in the industry, we will say it will get to a point. All the artists that agenda ni be favor of money will be the artists belonging to
the group.
The group.
Homegrown artists.
Yes.
You understand? And
Yes.
that is where I believe
and do you know do you know the problem? The problem is that if you are not even careful, one day this will even breed a serious problem among themselves.
But the
because
funny thing is that
there are artist managers there. Everyone say Kofi Donko, who is Celestine Donko's manager, is
Yes.
there. Maybe you are not representing any special artist now. Kwame Pepra, Kwame Usu, Abapa Christie, and the other people. So one day, should these guys have their artists in there? Who are you going to tell to back down?
So like I'm saying, fortunately for us, or fortunately for the cause, Dinah's artist manager is not part of the thing. We empower Dinah. KC is the manager. It's not part of the thing. We empower KC. Fortunately for the group. Some of these things are hurdles or issues that we want to attack them one at a time. And in attacking them, we seek to get better. We don't seek to get worse. So that is why I'm saying that Advocacy, a brand building, and we are building the brand on people's brands. So we need to have further discussions and further conversations before we take some of these decisions. And like I said earlier on, the dialogue we have behind the scenes. Most of the times we have to bring some, huge people to help in these dialogues and these discussions, which help in the longer way. So I understand you, but like I'm saying, this year, what we want to achieve, we want to make it go beyond ours. You see, because Sammy, like you said, if I come here next year and you ask me who have we built up there, and I can't mention anybody, then the cost is not just any cost. That's what we should seek to achieve. This year, when you look at the secular space, there is a certain Olive the Boy that's been pushed to the top. The gospel space, who can we talk about? I mentioned, you understand? I mentioned CC Video, you or your face were like, it means there's more work to be done.
Yeah.
So that's what we should be looking at, and that's what I think the cost of the table is.
That's Sammy.
Okay, wrap up.
Before I wrap up, I know the mark Sam come away, especially when it comes to finances.
Okay.
Empowering artists, and yet say, oh, I believe in what you do, and your ministry work. Into commercializing it, you know, and also by one hurdle the group would have to think about. Because surely it will only the boy I'll mention here, brah.
I know.
Inke woman. Inke woman. And I know, say, it will definitely get to a point. Now the group would have to commercialize the services they render. And because and it will bring me, I am scared, say it will start from home. Because at a point where manager way is pumping 500,000 and manager way has pumped 20,000, not 20,000, now we play their 500,000, you want to tell 500,000 to sit down. It don't go work. It don't go work. So me moving forward, I will pray, say, yes, they should start thinking of commercial, like how to commercialize this particular service, than covering it up with ministry. My final way before I wrap my question. How do you draw the line if somebody is approaching you, because you're also a media personality, and if I am approaching you now, where do I draw the line or separate you from you being part of the table of men and you being an industry person?
Okay, so this line has been a very huge line. So most of the times it's difficult to draw the line, but normally when people approach me asking me, I tell them that, okay, do you want, especially we get this on the diaspora guys, gospel guys. So you tell them, okay, do you need a promo strategy, or you need maybe my friend to come on board and help? But most of the times, this is what I advise them. I advise them that, okay, I can give you my space for interview. I can link you to this person for interview. And you see, because we are deliberate about making it more of a promo group, because everybody has promo group. Everybody has his manager. That's why I'm telling you that we need to move from the awards and move to the issues in the gospel space. Like for instance, you are saying only the boy Inko is a record label. So why can't Christ Temple, ICGC? Why can't Pastor Chris Church, Christ Temple, in Nigeria? Why can't they do it in Ghana? Build a record label, invest in artists, so that ink will show. And that's the new level we want to move to. We want to, because the other day, I don't know whether you saw that we had some meetings with Quotabel and all of that when they launched CT. Some of these things are huge discussions we need to have. And very big industry discussions. And when we see the pastors, maybe the pastors don't understand music. I remember.
So you started talking to all those people?
No, yeah. I remember. Weeks ago, one big pastor, asked me to sit down. Let's have a discussion. Because he wanted one of the girls to say, yeah, they were sorry, and he wanted me to push. But I needed to have a huge record label discussion with him. And I'm proud that today they started saying that they are going to register.
Wow.
You understand? So that we can consult and make a stand. So that they can, because we need such huge investments in the space. And that is what and if you don't get people like us to go and advocate, to go and tell them that let's do it, you can't get that investment. That will leave the money investment. Because me like this, I'm not sure if I will put 500,000 and that is. You understand? But the big churches will set up this way. So,
this is kind of messy. It's kind of messy.
But they are doing well.
Yeah.
I think they are doing well, and
wrap it up.
I think another thing that so far some more power I bear me the pan is education and the unity amongst the gospel fraternity, because it is too obvious that there is too many levels of division. Our momentum. Yeah, it's too obvious.
It's a division. It's a huge. It's a 2-hour topic because see, the division. Some of them are coming from doctrine. You understand? If you watch even now, following Sobini, how many people? A lot of gospel artists do their own events. How many people have staged Florence Sobini? So the division most of the times is doctrinal. And now how come I said? And you see, there a lot of what come I said the crowd there we can solve that. But the ones with doctrine is very difficult.
Where one Christian believes is different.
Well,
and the SDA artist will not match it.
Let's allow Nate to share the last message that he would want us to remember Table of Men for anytime they are mentioned on any platform. Say before the corner, you miss say then I all cut to a trim but be a better be a better Table of Men. We know this is what Table of Men stands for.
I think you should remember Table of Men as that advocacy, gospel advocacy group that came to highlight challenges in the gospel space and help find solutions to these challenges. It's not about artists, it's about issues. So, just unfortunately, artists are part of the issues. But capacity building, getting a lot of record labels. Years back, gospel had lots of record labels, the mega stars, the Despite Music, the big bands, but they've all vanished into thin air. So it's time to get some of these record churches to start record labels. It's time to fight some of these unity and doctrinal challenges in the space. It's time to fight the real issues in the space. And like I said, we are not limiting it to awards. It's just unfortunate that it's the awards that blows us more.
Yeah, that's true.
But a lot of these things we do backdoor, and we don't seek to. For instance, if I work for this big pastor, I can't even do an article about it. And when it comes out, you know that I'm behind it. You understand? So a lot of these things are very important. So that's what you should have in mind when you see Table of Men. The other SSs, I know they are there. It will come, but we look for a fine way to fine tune them. But we are here to stay. And we are here to support.
That's good.
Well, beautiful, and I am happy. At least, your teamy at a Table of Men, or more Jumano ase. Na ye guso edi ni video machi. Ye beko so ahwe. Enwo ne ma omo ye. Ye beko so ahwe enema o ka. Ye beko so ahwe omo promote yom ne omo promote yom. Na fe ya hwe se agenda no ne papa nu ana ne boni mu. Ni, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate your presence here. Me sure say producer be sound for you now. I saw trunk always because
I don't want friend with Tiger. Obi join the But let's go and talk about the really.
How do you have to
What's the way here? So anything.
Well, Ska, Akaba. Now question me man Nino Table of Men for on my agenda. No question be more man.
Yeah. Till beside, which is where they draw the line. So our phone calls now. I felt it was quite extreme.
Okay.
And then when we
what do you mean by it was quite extreme? Sorry.
Yeah, because I feel like
I
feel like board academy and the board members, they should be left to work independently, no interference. The moment you try to interfere or you try to convince them or lobby, as they put it in, you make them feel very superior. They're already superior, but then when you start approaching them in that way, you make them feel very superior. And then I feel like the next time people will be making demands. And that's where people start adding budgets to the lobbying thing, and it will become corruption.
But are we saying we are free from? No, are we saying most of these awards are free from corruption? Or corrupt practices? Are we saying most of these awards are free from corrupt practices?
It will be relative. It will be relative when you say that. But this is what I'm saying. I fear it might happen if we should encourage it.
Okay.
That's what I fear. Because if I should bring out an artist, a new artist who blows out, and I don't have money, if he gets there and I don't have money to pay that kind of thing.
The board members in the academy
and there's someone who has money, then Charlie, why nominate me in the first place? And that is why with VGM and the Three Music Awards, then board members and academy members are kept secret. So if you should go behind them, get the list of them, then Charlie, it's too extreme.
Are you sure they are kept secret?
It's kept secret. On our pen, I be a hook. Because the VGM may not come out to publish a name.
But Three Music Awards, their board members are not secret. They are not a secret group.
Because it's been one group for a period of 5 years. And it's been known by the industry. These are the board members.
So it's
but
not
with
secret.
VGM, they changed some of the members. I think it's the chairman that is there. But then they changed the members regularly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see. And here, how now umpe a Tom for line, no, line and umpe. But apart from that, the echoes will be open. Okay,